when I was experiencing it, I didn't get to the point where I wanted to kill my child or I wanted to kill myself. It was more of like giving up because I was so tired. My daughter was she was colicky, so even when I fed her, she was crying. So she cried all the time, whether she was okay or whether she was not okay. She just cried and cried and cried. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Is, am I broken? Is she broken? What's going on? The show started, before we introduce each other and before we do anything else, I would advise that you go get yourself a notepad and some water, because this conversation is going to be deep and real, and we might cry in the middle of the episode. Who knows? Who knows? That's the kind of day we're having. Man, what an amazing first of all, fourth day of being gratitude. I am so grateful just to be alive and to be healthy, to have water to drink, clean water to drink, because I know there's a lot of people around the world that are suffering and that don't have clean water to drink. So I am a gratitude for that. I'm also grateful for my children, my family, and for you guys to show up every day for yourself, every single day, to love on you and to love on us. So thank you so, so, so much. Queen, what are you grateful for? 3 things that you're grateful for today.
Girl, what? First of all, right? Right. Only 3? What's that about? How come we don't want 12,
Right?
Before I go there, I want to give a shout out to Tiffany and David watching us live. Happy Thankful Thursday to both of you. And wow, David's already in the flow. You know how he rolls. He said, I am thankful for being in warm weather. You was cold before, wasn't it, huh? I am thankful for, oh my gosh, what? I don't know. I'm about to cry because you know how I'm thankful for relationships, And the first and foremost for relationship I'm thankful for is with my ancestors and my angels and my guides. It's so amazing. It's like, you know how when you're little and you go to the playground and you meet your new friends and stuff, you're kind of shy, but you want to play with them and you resonate with them. You're like, so-and-so got on red. I like red too. And they're on the jungle gym. And that's how I feel right now with my guides. I feel like that little kid on the playground, because it's almost like I was in a point of forgetting about them, my connection with them. And it's a rediscovering, with them. So first, I'm thankful for them and my relationship with them. And second, and David is laughing in the chat because I was saying say that stuff about him. Not what about my guys. That's not what he was laughing at. So I'm also thankful for being able to flip the script of not being a victim to seeing every moment as a scavenger hunt, as I spy, as a I spy, and being all excited and stuff. You know how you be in the car and stuff with your parents, or even yourself as the parent, you're spying stuff, and being so inquisitive. Because when I was in that victim mindset, girl, it was not good. It was not good, and not to say there's good or bad, but it was not the state that I now I see back, I look back, and it's a state that I do not want to visit anymore. I consciously prevent myself from being a victim, consciously. So, okay, number 3, you said 3 things. I was going to say that, but that was a catalyst. I already talked about catalysts and things in your life, right? I am so thankful for the change that we made with the time that we do Feminine Flame. Because what that did for us, it caused us to first line with our guides, listen to them, and then communicate with each other. So you and I and Angela needed to communicate and talk about it. And then to have that aha moment of that was so aligned for all 3 of us. So it was really, really amazing. Really, really amazing. So those are 3 things I'm thankful for. Tiffany, David, drop some stuff you guys are thankful for. And anyone's watching it on the replay, drop what you're thankful for too. Because although today is Thankful Thursday, we're going to be talking about what we're grateful for. We said the next 11 days, but we might do it longer. I spy. We might do it longer.
I'm doing the virtual glasses right now because it's here.
Yeah. Oops. Speaking of that, let me put on my glasses because I need to block that blue light. Boo, block the blue light.
Oh man, so I'm grateful. I'm gonna add this one for the sake of oneness, because when you were sharing your thoughts about your guides, I am thankful for you getting to know you so that you can get to know them. Because that was deep when they were whispering that, and I was like, "Ooh." Yes, I'm thankful for the flow creative. Yes, same creative energy. Yes. Something that was dropped into my thoughts yesterday before the topic of today, research dropped into my thoughts, because we went on to so much research after our guides dropped in some stuff that we didn't even know. We wasn't aware of it. So the one thing that was dropped into my thoughts was that we are bringing Feminine Flame, the back office, into a live version of it, right? Or I know we don't have our lunches and all of that stuff, but this is the kind of conversation, like the deeper conversations that we have behind the scene. And with the things that we do on a daily, like yoga, meditation, and dancing, and showing up for ourselves and showing up for our family and loving on each other and all of that goodness. So that happened yesterday. But I want to before we go into the topic of today, I want to share my calendar. So if you weren't here yesterday, let me share the so it's a daily dose of kindness that my daughter gave me this book a while ago. So it is 365 days of kindness. So today's kindness is offered to help someone. Today's kindness is offered to help somebody. And this is our offering for today. We're going to dig deep into postpartum depression. We're going to go deep into, did you know that men can also experience postpartum depression? We're going to have a moment of silence. Because I personally did not know that. I only thought women experienced it. Now that we know about energy more, now I see why. And now after we broke it down last night, I see why men. But then the bigger thing is, why is it not shared so much in public? And why do you think it's like a taboo to talk about it? Queen, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, first I'll back up a little bit. I was
after the moment of silence.
Right. It exploded in my mind too. And also let me back up a little bit more, because you know Tiffany and David, they be dropping stuff. So David's thankful for being invited to the live stream, the Feminine Flame live stream last year. It was inside it was inside what I wanted to create. Thank you. And then I told him, because he also said that he's thankful for us and he loved us. And I said that we love you too. And when you're coming back, you know me, when you're coming back. And David said he's thankful for the flow of creative energy and grateful for ancient wisdom to guide us in modern times. And Tiffany said she's grateful for having such beautiful examples around me of what it looks like to go deeper and to still be the mama, wife, partner, friend, all of that. And that is amazing. And something you said, Jessie, that, you know, my guys, you know how we do it. You know, words will spark some kind of just my wheels or our wheels to move. When you said that you were thankful for my growth, in my me developing and cultivating, and I'm not using your words because it's hard for me to say that verbatim. So because you know this perspective, that's a totally different topic. But so the way what I heard when you said that was that you're thankful for me cultivating my relationship with my guides. And what I got from that was that another thing that I was grateful for. I'm thankful for your growth, because when you grow, it also causes me to grow as well too. Because the more you grow, the more confident you become, the more aligned you become, and the more you're able to be that vessel for the one voice to speak through you. When we are, you know, have doubt or don't feel worthy and stuff like that, then sometimes we block the one voice to speak through us, or we're scared to share things. So I'm so glad of your growth, Yesenia Rodriguez, because when you shine, it helps me to shine as well too. So I wanted to share that.
I'm thankful for that.
You're welcome. Okay, and David's already in the chat about postpartum. He says postpartum for men, why is it not known? It's because we create a society that doesn't give space for men to be open to share. It is not cultivated in most modern societies.
Yes.
That is so true. That is so true. And when the guys was sharing through Jessie yesterday evening, as well as yesterday during our live about postpartum, and I immediately went to YouTube and Googled it, and that's basically what a lot of the men were saying, Dave, exactly what you said. Because one of the guys, and I will drop the videos that I watched, one of the males that experienced it, he was a pediatrician. He was a pediatrician. And when his wife was pregnant, he was so excited and stuff. And when she popped that little boy out, because they had a boy, he began to hate his child. He hated his child. He began to feel that his child didn't love him. You know, he felt he wasn't bonding. And then he was like, well, I can't, because his wife was breastfeeding. So he was like, well, I don't have no breast milk, you know, because he felt like he couldn't bond with the little one because she was bonding and stuff and all this. And at first he wasn't trying to share it with anybody. And then that's what he said, because he was being interviewed by 3 other men. And they said, why did you not say anything? And he said, well, first of all, because I'm a pediatrician. How are you a pediatrician and you got PPD? Second, he said, I'm a man. You know, and then when the other guy said, yeah, you would have been labeled as weak. And he said, yes, exactly.
That's what my daughter said.
But the thing about it, though, we need this to be open, because awareness is key, because there's also PPS, which I cannot remember what the S stand for. I was looking for it before I came on. But when it's that extreme, that's when the mom or the person kills themselves in their child. And then you think, okay, so regardless of either one, why still would it affect a man? You know, because they're not the one that's going through all the emotions and all the stuff. Their estrogen and all this stuff is not dropping at a huge rate, because that's what's happening to the woman when she delivers, after she delivers, you know. But it's not just that. It's not just the hormonal from my research. It's also the financial stress of it. It's also not getting sleep, because you know when you got a newborn, you ain't sleeping. You are not sleeping, because that little one is up every hour or two. You know, that needs to be fed. You know, they're crying. You know, they need to be changed. So you're sleep deprived, and then emotion. You do still have that emotional aspect. And then think about if you are a husband and wife, if you're in the same home and you're the parents, the husband can't really get the wife right now because she has to devote majority of her time to the little one, because it's, you know, it needs her time. So that's part of it too. But not only can be a suffer on the husband, it's a suffer on the wife too, because she's not able to have that interaction with her husband either. So there's so many different things that can happen that will cause it to happen. And just think also, because my research was also saying that if someone had depression in either before or in their family, then it that could be, because I won't say that it is, but it could be another reason as to why you would experience that after you have a child. And that pediatrician, he did it with both children. He said the second child, the exact same thing happened. I know.
I need to watch that video, because I'm like, what? Oh man, let's back it up a little bit for me, because I'm like, dude. All right. So the reason why we're sharing on a deeper level is, one, our guys asked us to do so, and two, I experienced postpartum depression. So since I experienced postpartum depression, I first didn't know what it was at first, because in my family, there's like, my mom comes from 11 brothers and sisters. My dad comes from 9 brothers and sisters. And when I had my children, my mom is like, no, everything's fine. Everything is good. You're doing amazing. And you don't know what you know, right? My mom didn't know what I was going through, because I wasn't really speaking about it. And that's a thing. When you're depressed, one of the things that you give up on is your voice and yourself, because you think, why am I experiencing this? Why is this happening to me? Like, I'm a strong person. And you go into that mentality, which I love that you said, you know, and instead of going into the blame mentality, no, we don't need help. I don't need medication. That's crazy. Why am I even going to do that? And because therapy it's a thing of rich people, some people say, or, oh, therapy is for certain people. And instead of really digging deep into the cause of what happened, you know, your hormones are all over the place. Your energy, your body energy, because now we're speaking about energy, and we're energy, and energy cannot be destroyed, right? So now we're passing each other's energy in the house. Me, I'm passing it to my husband is passing it down to me. We're not getting any help. So now it's like back and forth. Now we don't know what's going on, and now we're just so with that being said, I had postpartum depression. Yesterday, my guide shared with me, my husband experienced it, and on a deeper level. So that's something that we are going to discuss, and we're gonna like really dig deep, because he was actually depressed at one point of his life. And the reason why my daughter said the reason why my men don't come out and say these things is because they're going to be labeled as weak, right? They're going to be labeled as, you know, what are you doing? You're supposed to be better than this. You're supposed to be a man up. And instead of looking at it as a human being, as the energy source that person is, you're looking at it at a different perspective. So Ooh, that was deep, but yeah. So when I was experiencing it, I didn't get to the point where I wanted to kill my child or I wanted to kill myself. It was more of like giving up because I was so tired. My daughter was she was colicky, so even when I fed her, she was crying. So she cried all the time, whether she was okay or whether she was not okay. She just cried and cried and cried. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? Am I broken? Is she broken? What's going on? Right. So that spiraled into like so many different things and so many different thoughts. And I haven't had a child. So my daughter was so from my first daughter to my second, it was a long time. I didn't have them back to back. So that alone was like, what, starting over again? And now the baby is like crying all the time. So when I share that, I wasn't feeling good. I lost so much weight. It was insane of how much weight I lost. And when I was doing the research yesterday, I was like, oh my God, like, I dealt with it at the time because I didn't know what I didn't know, but I knew, right? Which is in a lot of people's eyes, it's like, what is she talking about? But if you are on a spiritual level, my guides took me out of it by so I would be running and I didn't know what I was running for, right? So every day I used to get this urge just to go. I used to live across the street from the park, and I used to get this urge. And my husband was so during the baby's nap, on the little bit of time that she slept, instead of me taking a nap, I got the urge to go running. So I used to go up and down. So the park had these stairs, and every day, every time that she was going for this nap, I would just go running and running and running. And as they progressed, I was like my anxiety was slowing down, my sense of trying to control the fact that I couldn't be okay with the fact that she was crying too much in the middle of the night, and I wanted to sleep in the middle of the night, and I wasn't used to not sleeping in the middle of the night. So it was a combination of so many things. But looking back and having the conversation that I had with the guys, and then walking me through it and showing me how I took myself out of it and how I was able to just cope with what happened and really take care of myself. But there's some people that can't do that they need the extra help, but that they don't have the source of, or that they do have it, but they don't know they can tap into it. The source of creation and the highest you, because the highest you is giving you the instructions. Boo, it's postpartum depression. Let me walk you through this. Let's go on to this walk and this run. And that's why those runs and those walks and yoga and meditation, that's why it's so vital for me in my life, because once I was able to, not only have I been able to get myself out of postpartum depression, but depression on its own later on in life, because life, I went back into blind mode, into sleepy mode, into sleepy mode, and I was able to do that for myself. So last night when the thought came through and then the conversations kept going, my body was just like, what? And I sent Dee a message and I was like, did you know? Dee, and you were like, what?
I know. I was like, oh, I said, what? And then I immediately was like, right after I talked to him, like, I'm about to stop everything and search this on First, I went to Google and I'm like, no, because I want to hear people's voice. I want to feel their energy and see them. So then I went immediately from Google to YouTube and then put that in PPD and men. Do men also experience PPD and all this? And so, yeah, then I just checked it out and was like, so amazing, so amazing. So before we go on, David said, "Hey Flames, I have to jump off for a coaching call. I actually will be consulting a young man today that is experiencing this phenomenon." What? Oh my gosh, talk about synchronicities. David needs to come here and we talk about this because David also dropped an article on this subject as well too. You know, I want to go back a little bit, Queen, because you were speaking about how when you experienced that and how your guides was sharing, go for a run, go for a run. And one thing that you said is that, you know, and of course our guides know this too, that everyone that's here on the earth, humans that are here, some of us don't really even know that we are not a human, not just our body, that we're multidimensional. They don't know that we have access to know that we have or know how to access our invisible family, our invisible team. And they could feel that, okay, well then I'm just stuck then. So I'm just going to have this depression. I just got to deal with it. And no, guys, talk to your partner, talk to your friends, talk to a therapist, talk to a mentor, talk to someone, talk it out, talk to someone physically here on this planet, journal about it, seek help. Don't feel like that you have to go through any of this stuff by yourself. Don't think that you're the only one on the planet that has or that is experiencing this. Awareness is key. Talk to someone, and you're not alone. You're not weird either, and you're not crazy. It happens. It happens. Because even when Jessie was speaking about how her daughter had colic, so it wasn't that she was never not crying because she was in pain. So she was crying the whole time. She didn't know what was going on, and she, and because the male pediatrician kept telling his wife, he won't shut up. He's crying all the time. Make him stop. And she was like, sweetie, he doesn't cry all the time. And also remember, he's a newborn. He's going to cry. That's how they communicate everything. I'm hungry, cry. I got to go poop, cry. Please change my diaper, cry. Will you hug me? Cry, so.
I'm uncomfortable.
Cry.
I'm itchy.
Cry. and he was a pediatrician and he knew that, but still he couldn't grasp it, So I'm saying all this to say, you're not alone. You're not crazy. It happens to men and women and men, single, married, young or old, first-time parent, 12th-time parent. It happens, seek help. Seek help. Okay, that's the point. Seek help.
Seek help. It is important that you do so. And when you do seek the help, it is important that you follow the guidance of the help that you went to seek. Ooh. Because the thing is, let me ring the bell on that one. The thing is that sometimes, because we don't want our family, we don't want our family to know, we don't want our neighbors to find out, we don't want our spouses, some people can be a little harsh, and I am going to speak of experience here because I know some people that can be very mean to people, and they can, oh, but you should have that. How many kids have you had? And what? So please, one, drop the judgment. drop the judgment, and really, really take care of your mental health, because it is important and vital that we do that. You know, when this whole thing with COVID started, it was a big thing that everybody's like, oh, whatever. But when I looked at the numbers, Queen, the numbers went from 24% of people that went through this, 24% of parents that out of like 100, 24%, right? It would jump to 50%. So that's a big jump, because we're not really taking care of us, and we want to walk the walk, but we don't want to talk the talk, right? And it's backwards here, but yeah, we have to take care of it, right? And when we do seek for help, we need, if the doctor says, and you have to be very honest with yourself. This is why one of the things that I read about was about journaling, because you really have to get everything out of your mind. Like, you have to get it, you have to see it in paper to see what's going on, right? Because when it's bottled up in your head, it keeps replaying it. And as it keeps replaying, it's like a movie. So once you put it in paper, it doesn't play in your head anymore, because now you already drop it into paper. Now you can read it and see it. And you're like, oh, shoot, that's what's going on. Okay, well, okay. And then you can share it with whoever's helping you. Because at the moment where we're going through, we're like, it's like it's a spiral. It's like living the same day over and over and over and over again, and you can't get out. So in order for you to get out of that over and over and over, you have to take small changes. Like, it doesn't have to be like, let's not go crazy here. Today, I'm gonna just wake up and wash the dishes. Or I'm gonna actually take a shower today. Important, because when we are depressed, we forget to shower. Or I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna just like literally take the babies, if you're a mom, take the babies to the park if you're in warm weather. Or if I am in cold weather, you know what? I'm gonna sit and watch a comedy show. Let's not put some depressing stuff on, because that vibrational things. Oh, you know what? Today I'm gonna be silly with the kids. I'm gonna color with them. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna have, you know, baby steps. And if you happen to need medication, and the doctor said to you, look, I'm going to put you on this medication, I know this is going to help, and whatever the case may be, your doctor went to medical school for it, right? Then take your medication. If herb is the way to go, if CBD is the way to go for you, then go and take your CBD. Eat your gummies. Do whatever you need to do to be okay. We are the flame that are going to encourage you to be right. And whatever that it means to you, you need to go and get on this walk on a treadmill. We're going to encourage that, right? Anything that's going to uplift you and help you grow, we're going to be here for you and encourage that. Queen. And the reason why I said CBD, Queen, is because, did you know that Snoop Dogg, it's walking away from singing and the show to focus on his wellness brand of CBD product that he launched the company a while ago, but now it's helping so many people, so many people. So he actually is taking a break from everything else so he can focus on helping more people on that end of things.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I'm glad that you said CBD, because CBD, like what you said, it is, and actually anything from Mama Gaia, basically, because let's say you have a holistic doctor or a holistic therapist that you talk to and you're like, okay, my child will not shut up, or I hate my daughter, I don't want to touch her, and it's something going on. And they say, well, do the gummies, or get you some brownies, or do a tincture, I think that's how you say it, or go to Whole Foods and get this brand, you know, because I have some CBD that's liquid form,
The
and
drops.
I do drops as well. So do these things. Don't, you know, and don't, because one thing that I was feeling and that I heard, Jesse, when you were speaking, and I need to bring it back. Please bring it back, guys, because it was on point. Mm, because we know we have people that watch us that are into spirituality, and some that aren't, but they still vibe with us. So some spiritual people feel like that you shouldn't take pharmaceuticals, right? And then some people that aren't spiritual, CBD, are you crazy? Regardless of what you do, get help. That's what we're saying. Whatever resonates with you, whichever therapist, whichever doctor, whichever resonates, get help. Don't sit there and sit and wallow in your depression, and then it escalates and you not only impact you, but others around you, you know. Yeah, yeah. Back to you, Queen.
Because you know we're here to walk on this beautiful earth and experience life from that perspective, but our guys want to bring awareness into the matter. One, because we experienced it on a personal level, and it was something that it escalated and it transformed. And two, because where we're moving into nowadays, we need to be aware of what's going on in the world so that we can help more and we can be more of service. Because if not, then we fall into that.
Yeah.
You know, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing of the things that and I love that you brought that back to us, Queen, that you said that we have different people that vibe with us. I also can resonate so much with that for all of us too, because you know when one of the things that somebody said to us is like, oh, you know, your show is mainly for women. No, actually, we're representing energy here. And guess what? Women and men have both energies. So we're here just sharing. The fact that the three of us are women, that's just a big coincidence. And it's not even a big coincidence. This is just something that the beautiful source of nature and the creator of nature made it possible for us, because it's been time after time where it's been said that women cannot work together, cannot party together, women can each other, so we grow together and we can go bigger places and do more things together. And if the men want to come along the way, then they can come along the way. They come down, and we needed to share today.
Awesome. Awesome. And you went in a portal there for a second, but I think I got what you said, but I will repeat to make sure that this is what the guys were saying. Were you speaking of the relationships with women and how women can get to a point to where they're catty or competitive and they don't want to see each other excel? Okay, that's what I thought you said. So Tiffany said, yes, get help. I didn't, and it could have gone to a really tragic place. So she's speaking from experience, you know. And like she said, and like Jesse said, luckily it did not go to a place where it, because I don't know if PPD can transform into PPS. And the PPS is, I saw it a second ago, postpartum psychosis. Yeah, and when it's that extreme, that's when you kill. That's when you kill yourself and your child. And one of the vids I dropped in the chat was some husbands where their wives killed either only themselves or themselves and their newborn. So, right. So please get help. Please get help.
Yeah, please, let's get let's be on this tribe to do beautiful things, because seriously, we need you to be okay, you know, so we can elevate together. We do bigger things together. That's something that it's super powerful and amazing. I love that. You know what I really love is that how we go into talk, like a back office talk, and we're like, yeah, tomorrow we're gonna talk about this and it's gonna be whatever. And then our guys send us David, right? And Tiff, I love you so much. I miss you so much. It's man, my shift has changed so much, and I'm not able to join the lives in the morning, like the alignment meditation in the morning. It's but I put into my intention for next week, so that I'll be able to join for next week, because I do miss the tribe. I do miss the alignment meditation tribe, and that is something that I'm missing it, but at the same time I know that I'm there. It's so weird. You know, it's so weird.
Well, it's funny that you say that. It's because we were talking about that a little bit this morning, because I hadn't been on alignment with Nicole recently, but today I was, and she was like, I was just thinking about you, D. I'm like, what's up, you know? And she was sharing that she's thinking about focusing on things and revamping and changing her schedule and stuff like that, because what I'm saying is that even your absence also is a catalyst for someone to reevaluate what they're currently doing in their life. And that's what ended up happening with Nicole, that she wants to still do this, but it was the catalyst for her to see that she needs to reevaluate some stuff, change it around, see the things that are truly lining up with her purpose in life, possibly not, doing stuff where she's streaming live on social media. So it's a lesson in everything. And when you're learning your lessons, it's also helping others learn theirs. There's learning in every moment. You just have to open up your eyes and see it.
Yeah. And that, which brings me to the conversation that we had this morning with Acharya.
Break it down.
What? Okay, so first of all, we put in the reason why we switch our schedules, the energy shift our schedule. Our guys shift our schedules because of everything that we're doing. Because the thing is that we're elevating every single day, right? Like Queen said, we're elevating every single day. We're changing, we're transforming, we're becoming these beautiful versions of us. And we put in the chat that we're doing this 11-day challenge for master, and that it's yoga yoga at its best. No baby yoga. No baby yoga like master called it. It's Himalayan yoga. It's Himalayan yoga. So like mystic stuff. It's you're gonna be master shares a lot of amazing things. And not only does he share, but he shows it and he teaches it. He's doing it, right? And today master wasn't there, because he was there but he wasn't the one doing the teaching. Right? So Acharya Yesenia is a disciple of Grandmaster, right? And yesterday I feel like we manifest her into the three of us, you, me, and Christina. So as I was doing the jumps, all right, the drop down, charanga jumps, I was like, we manifested this, so suck it up and do this, right? Because you manifested this yesterday. So as I was flying through my mat, doing 21 of those, I kept thinking, breathing, let's go. breathing, let's go, right? So that's how I push myself. That's how I encourage myself to keep moving forward and backwards and forward. And the vibration was so high that they had to stop it and bring us back into meditation because it was that amazing. You know what I mean? That's how it beautifully intense it was, because even though my body was and my mind was having a conversation, I was like, well, you said you wanted this, yesterday you said you wanted this. So today you asked and you shall receive, right? So she came on and it was amazing. But one of the things that she spoke at the very end, and I there was so much that she shared, and I kept it. There's stuff that I have to bring out to journal about. But one of the huge thing that came was humility, right? Humility was what? Because when we're in this journey of transformation, we feel that and like I was explaining to Tink when I was in a live with her, I go from, some people are up here sometimes in their life, and they're sometimes, oh my God, I don't want to go down here because what, that's the what? And yeah, we need to practice humility on a deeper level. Like that was like, what? Okay, well, So Queen, how did you feel about that? We manifested that, and then we were in the middle of jumping, and yeah.
Okay, well, your girl's toe was not right. So I didn't come at first, but then I came later, and then I had my camera off because I just wasn't dressed or anything to be on the camera. So, but I was so enjoying her energy. I love her so much. And you're right, we did totally manifest her, because you, Christina, and I were speaking of her yesterday after them playing. And I love what she said about humility. And I love that she said, because she was talking about how because if you look the word up, it basically means you're weak, which for a one word definition. And she addressed that, and she said that yes, Tiffany, will you please repost it, because I can't even scroll down. Tiffany had a comment and I couldn't get to it. I'm like, I'm trying to get to it on my phone, but now my phone is only giving me the actual live comments. It won't let me scroll either. So, but she was speaking that, humility is really a strength. It's not a weakness. It's not something that is that's not going to uplift you. It will. And when you can truly tap into that energy and essence of humility in your heart, that, you're unstoppable. You are unstoppable. Unstoppable. And then also, as far as what you were saying on the energies, it was so funny too, because she's got everyone in a hold, and then her screen froze, and then the chat wasn't doing anything for a little while because everyone was holding.
And then and that wasn't the hold. What D is doing wasn't the hold.
No. I'm not going to do it. It wasn't the hold. It was a hold where you wasn't it the hold?
Demonstrate it. Hold on.
You demonstrate.
You demonstrate it. That's not a problem for me. I was in the hold, and I was thinking, oh wait. I was like, wow, she's never had us hold this long. I was like, we really must be through a transformation period. And I was like, oh my God. And I fell, I went back up, and I fell, and I went back up. And I was like, what is going on? Why are we, I wasn't saying why, but I was like, wow, we must really be, the energies must really be strong here. So I was being strong, right? And then when and then at one point I closed my eyes for the holds to get more, to get more strength. And all I hear is, well, so we're gonna have you do some breathing exercise, what Master taught us yesterday. And I was like, wait, so we were froze all that time? It was insane. Hold on, let me turn my camera on so I can show everybody what the hold was. Because I was like, wait, what? Can you see me?
Yes. Okay, guys, they were holding that for like what, 4 minutes?
Like right now, like all of this is like good, great.
And then people were in the chat, okay, your screen is locked, your screen is blurred, is locked. And then the music was still going. So the people who had their eyes closed was probably still in that pose. And remember, some people hold their legs lower and some of them hold them really high.
Me?
So, yeah. So, Tiffany's like, she's dying over here. So the energies were so strong. They went in a portal and everyone was holding a yoga pose, and I was laughing. This is some, y'all getting prepped for 1008. That's what's happening. This was me.
First of all, I tell you why that happened before we go anywhere else. That happened because while people are supposed to be doing yoga, they want to be in the chat. They want to be in the chat. Like, I always wonder, how are you in a chat and holding? How? So that's the reason why when I go into, I do set my intention that I do not look, like I only say hello and in the chat. And after that, unless like I'm being asked a question, I am like in real, like I'm in my yoga zone.
Love it.
It was intense. But I love it because our bodies and our because that's connecting your body and your spirit. That's really what it's doing. And that's something that was the disclaimer at the beginning of the class. We're going to connect your body with your spirit to become strong. And so that's why I was holding. I was like, oh, spirit, I see you.
I love this. And the lesson in it. Remember, you learn in each moment, and it's even you saying that, you were like, spirit, I see you, because then from your perspective, your eyes were closed and you were like, I'm pretty sure you set your intentions before your yoga that this is going to be a powerful practice. I'm going to align my mind and my body. I'm not going to allow my ego to say that I can't do something. I'm going to do my best. And you were faced with that and you did it. And there was others that probably set that same intention. However, like you said, how are you doing yoga and you're in the chat? You're typing. And even Master said that the other day. He said, wait, y'all supposed to be holding this pose. Why are y'all talking?
Girl, I never understand.
But it shows where they are. And they're there for a reason, but they needed to get called out for a reason too. I want to read this comment that Tiffany left.
Yes,
she posted
please.
And thank you for posting it.
Sometimes I can barely see. I'm sorry. I apologize, Tiff. My phone is like super thing, and sometimes it turns off. We're manifesting a new phone up in here. I'm grateful for this one, but I am manifesting another one.
Yes, for real. Okay, so Tiffany said, I was teetering on the edge once. It was scary, y'all, but I still didn't realize it. I consider it driving us over a bridge. Wow, Tiffany.
Wow.
So it sounds like, Tiff, you had PPS. It was getting towards that. Yeah. It got so intense at some point that I literally had to breathe deeply and talk myself into staying on the bridge and not driving off of it. Of course, no one knew how bad it got. I hit it. I'm so grateful that that her and I both lived through that time. I'm glad that you did too.
Right?
I'm glad that you did too, and I'm glad that you had the beautiful opportunity to experience those emotions. So therefore you can share and be vulnerable with who you are and what you have experienced and what you have thrived through to help others, go through this and know that they're not alone. And because that's part of it too, you feel like it's only you going through it, and then you start to judge yourself. Because Jesse was saying that you do have family that judge you too, but our worst critic is ourselves. So even if our family doesn't say anything, we can say they're going to judge me. They hate you. They're going to say you're not a great mom, or you're not a great dad, or how are you, dear, a pediatrician and you have PPD? What is wrong with you? So I'm really, really thankful and grateful that you experienced that and you thrive through it, and now you can be a voice for others and let them know that they can handle it and do
Yeah.
it and get through it.
Yes. Oh my God. If not, we would never have free flow. What? No, come on. I am so thankful that you battled it out and you won and you came out on the other side, because seriously, for you, your daughter, and your family, and for us too, because if not, we would have never been able to meet. And we would never be able to have this conversation that we're having today. So yes, survivor. Yay. I'm excited. Hold on. So, it's about that time where I pull a card. I have it set here. I'm asking the guys if there's anything else that they want to share. And yeah. Ooh. We have never pulled this card in this live. So yes. Paul the veterinarian, experiencing grace. Yes, that's what we're doing today. We're experiencing grace. Share your gift with grace. Wave of inspirations and love are coming to you. And he has, Queen, we're going to be talking about this flower tomorrow, because the guys told me we were yesterday, but I didn't even know when. But listen, so we're going to be speaking about flowers tomorrow and what kind of flower you are. But look at this. Look at the flower, Queen. The flower in his it's a rose in his heart. It's a rose in his heart. I'll share a picture of it. His green robe, and he's looking very serious and very gracie and very yes. So yesterday, while we were doing some let me pull what the book says about it, and then I'll flow with it. But I'm feeling the flow right now. So yesterday, while we were doing back office healing for me and for Dee and for all of us, and we share, I share a message with Dee that was passed down to me. And when I did the voice of it, I was like, well, after I was done, I was like, well, that was pretty deep and intense. My body feels tingling now. Like it's one of those, it's on page 88 too. All right, another divine number here for us. And when I was sharing it afterwards, my body was like so tingling, so like thing. And then the guys were like, yeah, we're gonna be sharing about flowers and thing, after that whole speech. And I was like, okay, well, what kind of flower am I? Well, we'll figure all of that out and stuff like that. And today, this card with a flower in the heart, it's like, yeah, we need to be talking about it. What kind of flower are you? So tomorrow, come prepared to be woo-woo and to be amazing, and flowers and stems and something that is really calling my attention. It is the aura that is behind him. It is like a pink aura, but there's right here and on this side, there is like layers of layers of energy that are coming out of him. So Paul the Venetian is said to be the ascendant form of Paolo Veronese, famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. Ooh. Very, very interesting. Okay, no wonder why you're feeling very, very ancient and so the energy feels as like one of those really old time movies, and somebody walks up into the bar and wants to talk, and let's talk like serious business, like one of those, like we're gonna be so graceful today. So he believes that on the passing on 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing his lifelong wisdom. He is the keeper of the light who helps us accept our talents and hone our skills so that we can share the beauty of our soul with the world. Well, that's pretty deep and very vibrating. He brings waves of good energy, grace, and encouragement, and works with artists, musicians, designers, and anyone else who needs support and channeling their talents. I'm sorry, come again. Whoop, whoop. Whatever creativity ideas you're having at this time, they're inspired by the divine. I received that. Paul is here to help you channel your gifts. I also received that. You may have felt blocked or held back in the past, but now is the time to recognize how talented you really are. Follow your blessed and share your grace. Your creativity is a gift to the world. And as you share it with those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in a way that suits you. Yeah, yep, okay, yeah. I'm going to take all these codes. I'm going to accept them. I'm going to channel them into the live. And as we did today and every single day, give me a second. There's more that's coming, so hold on. Let's not continue to block ourselves anymore. Let's shine. Let's bring out this artwork. Let's do it. We have a big opportunity in this world that we didn't have before. Technology is different than it was in ancient time. This is the time for us to uplift, grow, and stay grounded at the same time. So with that being said, we love you so, so, so much. Wow, Paul, you are amazing. Like your energy is on another level, and your mustache over here, on point. I love it. Queen, I'm having a moment with the card. I'm sorry.
Tiffany said, I said something like that on my live this morning. Wow. Because that's how the guys roll, boo.
That's how we roll as a family. Because you know you're part of this family, girl.
Definitely. Everyone drop in the chat. I accept my talents and hone my skills. Wow. And Jesse, I ask that you share in FemFlame or in the comments. If you do it in FemFlame, I'll put it on Facebook for us. The picture of him and then the words and stuff, because that was powerful. That was powerful. Guys, don't you see? Look what we have access to. This is the invisible realm that we have access to, and we just need to harness these beautiful energies that they want to flow through us, and that they want to help us. They love us so much. All we gotta do is ask. And like Jesse said, Jesse, that was powerful too. They said the internet, the technology that we have right now is actually a blessing. It's not the matrix as we've been taught. It's a way for us to reach people in China right now, people in India right now, people that we wouldn't be able to have access to in our city, our town, our house, our state, our country. What?
Mm-hmm.
We have that in addition to relax and stop blocking. Stop blocking and allow source to flow through you. Allow so you can be that light, that lighthouse. Wow. What?
You know, so man, they always take me on a ride. But yesterday I was watching a show, and usually I don't. So that show is usually doesn't play on, but it's remember how I told you I watched the show Yellowstone. So Yellowstone, it's about oh man, so Yellowstone, it's about native lands and all of that stuff. But tomorrow we'll go deeper into it, because it's man, they share that part of it into the tip the sacred web. Yes. So man, tomorrow come back. We will be here and we'll be discussing about flowers and grounding and you know how it is. You know how we do the
You're wearing a spider shirt. Exactly. The sacred web. Spider-Man girl. Watch out. Yes.
I'm gonna watch the video today. I'm gonna send it to you also. Ryan posted a video on his on their YouTube channel about the behind the scenes of like the spiritual meaning of Spider-Man. So I saw the preview of it and I was like, oh, I need to get in there. So yeah, be here tomorrow because we're gonna drop it like it's hot. And thankful Friday, no, thankful Thursday. It's today. I'm sorry, I'm having a blur. The energy is really still taking over. I don't have any control of this body right now. I need to go for a walk and ground myself back here. But yeah, be here tomorrow. It's Friday. We're gonna have a party. It's Friday. It's a party Friday. It's a party Saturday. Sundays we are taking it off. We're gonna be up leveling every Sunday. So yeah, we have 2 more days this week and way more to come for the future, because you know we're here to uplift. Oh, but I do want to say that I'm a big advocate of people getting cards and tapping into the wisdom knowledge of there's some people that say, oh no, not everybody can read cards. That is shenanigans. I am a huge advocate of purchasing a deck of card, whatever you resonate with, and tap into that energy, because I know Queen says, this is the kind of wisdom, this is the kind of knowledge that we have the access to, and we can do it. So if you don't know where to start, get yourself a deck of cards. Whatever you resonate with, trust me. You go on under Amazon.com or HeyHouse.com, and you find a variety of so many different cards that you can vibe with, whatever your energy level. It's like, oh, you see it, you're like, oh, that's a good one. Well, guess what? It's calling you. So get it, because you know what? It's going to resonate with you. All the stuff that it's in there, it is channel information, stuff that is for here, for now, for then, and for later. So with that being said, Queen, do you have any last word for today before we
roll out? Well, you know how the manifesting generator works. I dropped Ryan's video in the chat, so you guys got it. So check it out. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself are my last words today. No matter what.
Be true to yourself. If you need help, find help. If you need, we're here for you. If you need us, we are a message away. Don't forget to drop in the chat what you're thankful for. Don't forget to drop in the chat the mantra of today, so that you get elevated and you can go on and do amazing things. Amazing things. We will see you tomorrow because we love you. And yeah, and in and out. Love you.
Love you guys. I love Jessie. I love her. I just can't help it.